name is Deborah Sadler, and I am the author of the trilogy Words of the Temple, A New Humanity, which is a positive cosmic perspective of what's taking place on our planet. And the very central thesis of this trilogy is that we have completed a 26,000 year cycle of the sun through all 12 signs of the zodiac. And we are ending a 26,000 year cycle, and we are beginning a new one. And below, which is where we've been in this 26,000 year cycle, is what is called the shadow. And above is what is called the light. And the sun is right now lined up with the center of our galaxy. Our galaxy is flat. And right now it has come around from here, went up over here, came around again, here it is. We're in what we call the precession of the equinoxes. It's when the earth does not wobble, because when it starts going around like this, it starts wobbling. So for 36 years on either side, it doesn't wobble. And we call that the precession of the equinoxes. The midpoint of the precession of the equinoxes is 12/21/2012, the end of the Mayan calendar. And on that day, and think of it, 12/21, that is when the sun returns to its forward movement and light increases and the dark decreases on that day. Well, on a galactic level and scale and perspective, we moved into the light on 12/21/2012. And Kryon, who is channeled by Lee Carroll and has been for the last 36 years, tells us that the light dark quotient shifted from the dark being greater than the light to the reverse of the light being greater than the dark. And what you are seeing taking place on our planet right now is what Kryon calls a dark light battle. And he explains that the dark has been in control and in charge for eons on our planet. But that shifted on 12/21/2012. We moved into the light, we moved into unity consciousness, we moved into what he calls the dispensation of compassion. We moved into a time of love and moving to world peace and beyond world peace. And what we're seeing taking place, particularly in the United States of America, is the old energy, the old dark energy of control and fear and cruelty and secrets and hiding things in the dark behind the scenes, is upset that it is losing its grip. And so it has taken desperate matters into their own hands, and they're doing everything they can to cling to power and cling to control. And what you will notice, and what I continue to point out in my videos here on this channel, is that everything they try doesn't work, because they're using old energy strategies in new energy. And the new energy does not support the old energy. Everything shifted and changed. And so do not be in fear. We are shifting from fear to love. The cruelty is just a hangover from the past. It is an indication that it is old energy and it no longer works. And it's no longer seen as desirable or even acceptable by humanity. And this channel is called A New Humanity for a reason, because humanity is shifting as we move further and further into the light, as is our planet. And humanity and the planet Earth are in ascension now. That means our consciousness is rising. And yes, we are awakening. We are an awakening humanity, and we are an awakening planet, and it is written in the stars. It is not anything that people of power or politicians have any control over. It is out there in the stars. This is a galactic event that is taking place, and it will not be stopped. So do not have concern about these folks really impacting us in a meaningful way, because you can see just by the feedback of the people in all the different categories that are measured in our polls that this is a sinking ship. This ship is leaking, it is rusting, and it is sinking. So I just want you to just sit back in your easy chairs and watch the whole thing fall apart, because the light is winning, love is winning, compassion is winning. Awakening to the light of our magnificence and the magnificence of every other person on this planet is the truth of who and what we are. And we are not going to let that truth fade away from the goal that we have of creating a world that works for everyone. And I keep beating a path on that one as well, because that's exactly what the indigo children, who are now adults, came here to do. They came here to remake, remodel, remold, and transform not only this community of the collective, but also the vibration and the frequency of Earth Mother. And these folks have come of age. And if you look at what the young folks prefer, it is not anything close to what's taking place on our planet, particularly in the US right now. And therefore, the agenda that we're seeing pushed into our faces has no future, none whatsoever. When you have a 79 disapproval rating from the women 30 and under, what you are representing is not going to be any part of the future. So I just want everyone to take a deep breath, be compassionate, be loving, be kind, raise your frequency, be in joy, celebrate every little thing that takes place in your life and in the lives of others, and recognize the magnificence that exists everywhere we turn and everywhere we look. And I want everybody to just keep the faith that the light is winning and peace on earth is our destiny in our time. Everyone, have a great week.